Hello, so today I'm going to be talking about 10,000 steps. That's what I'm going to talk about today. It's based on a post that I've written, which will be on Substack. And so I'll kind of be talking through what I've written and then in between kind of saying thoughts about things as it comes to me. So that's what I'm going to be doing. All right. So this is about 10,000 steps. So the title is The 10,000 Steps Dilemma, a closer look at the magic number. So where did this 10,000 number come from? Who told everyone that 10,000 is the magic number? Who inflicted this number on us? Well, I'll tell you who. A company running a marketing campaign. Oh, and by the way, I am talking about walking. So if I failed to say that at the beginning, I just got so caught up with this number, and I'm guessing you know that by now. So anyway, this number, according to the Nuffield Health website, this 10,000 number came from a marketing campaign ran by a Japanese company. And here's what the Nuffield Health website, this is what they say. So they say that the idea of walking 10,000 steps a day comes from a hugely successful marketing campaign launched ahead of the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. The number was chosen because the Japanese character for 10,000 resembles a person walking, and the idea caught on. So that's why we are all stressing ourselves out over walking 10,000 steps a day, and that's because of a Japanese character. The character for 10,000 is a man or a woman or a person walking, and that's why we do 10,000 steps a day. And I'm just going off my post now, and if you can just get your head around that, because we are all pressurizing ourselves to meet these 10,000 steps. And I think maybe a lot of us think it's based on scientific research, that there's some research out there that said that this number is what we need for optimal health. Well, that's not the case. It's come from a marketing campaign. So to look at the positive side, this number, even though it comes from a marketing campaign, it is good, and it's been a good addition to many people's lives. And it's been researched that it's shown that the 10,000 step mark can lower risks of dementia, knee and joint pain in arthritis sufferers. It can lower premature death, and it lowers risks of cancers, stroke and heart disease. So that's some benefit, isn't it? That's the benefit with that, okay? But I've got a huge hang up with this 10,000 number. And I just don't like numbers, just point blank. I just really don't like the ideas of numbers. And the thing is with this 10,000 number is that people can become quite obsessed with it. They become quite obsessed with these metrics, and these metrics can be very detrimental to people's health. It can cause issues with stress, depression, anxiety, and there's a group of people that have body dysmorphia, where they're very obsessed with their bodies, or they may look at their bodies and not see possibly what you and I are seeing, and they're seeing a very different person standing in front of them. And so because of this, they're so obsessed with having to meet a metric of anything, a metric of how much food they're eating, the calories intake that they're having, and exercise can come part of that as well. So I think that this 10,000 mark, this thing that we're trying to reach, can be quite bad for a lot of people. And those are the people that I worry about. I worry about the person that has been overweight and they've possibly lost a lot of weight, and they're sticking to this metric because they're so scared of putting that weight on. And speaking for me personally now, I'm diagnosed with a disease called PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and a lot of women who are diagnosed with this disease do tend to have issues with their weight, and it's not their fault, it's the disease, and it causes a lot of issues with blood sugar levels, and it causes fluctuations in weight. And so I've been there in the past where I have become quite obsessed with what I'm eating and the amount of exercise that I'm doing, because I'm afraid of putting weight back on. Not now, but I was like that. I mean, I'm 47 now. I was like that in my 20s and early 30s, being afraid that if I stopped this health regime that I had, that my symptoms would return. And one of those symptoms was weight gain. I was afraid that the weight would start piling back on again. And so when we have these metrics all the time, that's the part of it that I'm quite, I'm scared of that part for a lot of people. Scared of it for me, because I've been like that in the past, and it's not saying that I won't return to that. I don't think I would, because I don't think I'm in that kind of frame of mind. But there are a lot of people that are like that. So that's the part that I really don't like, because people have these scars, these previous scars of like the body that they had. And then, they're just so scared for that to happen again. And so they just become so obsessed with these things. So like I've said, it's not just about the 10,000 steps. It can happen with calories as well, counting calories, counting how many carbs we're having, you know, and how much fat we're having. And it just sucks the enjoyment out of these activities. You know, walking should be enjoyable. The food that we eat, it should be enjoyable. So yeah, obsessing over these things, it's not good, you know. So to continue, what I don't like is how this is taxing our minds and our emotions, okay? And I also don't like how this excludes the people who desperately need to walk more and can't do it. It makes them feel like total losers because they are aiming for 10,000 steps too soon. So there are people out there who have chronic illnesses, and part of that chronic illness may mean that their mobility isn't up to par. And so they are forcing themselves to be like this and to try and force themselves to get these 10,000 steps in. And I've been there. And you know, currently I have slip discs. I have 2 slip discs in my neck and 2 slip discs in my lower spine. And I also have this narrowing at the top and bottom of my spine, which means that I am at the moment living with daily pain. And I try and get out for a walk when I'm having a good day. But my walk may look like 5 minutes, or it could look like 10 minutes. And there's no way that I'm getting the 10,000 steps in a day. I'm not doing it. And to be quite honest with you, I really don't care. I don't care. I don't want to force myself to be doing this number and then being in more pain. You know, so it's the fact that, you know, somebody might push and force themselves to do this 10,000 steps on a good day when they're feeling like, oh, I'm not in much pain today, so let's see if I can push for it, and then end up being in even more pain. You know, so those are the things that I really don't like. You know, it's excluding a lot of people and can make, and it depends on the person. So there's people out there that, you know, this 10,000 mark, this number is not going to cause any issues, and they won't feel that they need to do that. But there are a lot of people that live by numbers and live by, I need to try and get this done, or this is what I need to do to be healthy. And it's those types of people that I worry about. Okay, so carrying on. So there's no way that I'm going to push my body to achieve this arbitrary number. So is this 10,000 metric a good idea? Yes and no. That's what I think. Now, I like the concept that we need to move more to lower our risk of disease. And putting a number on this can help a lot of people. So those people that do thrive with these numbers. And if you are able to manage that and you're not living in pain, then yeah, go for it. Go for the goal of 10,000. I'm just looking at the people that's probably not going to be achievable, or they're going to do that in pain. And that's the part that I don't like, you know, because it's suggesting this number that majority of us are the same, and we're not the same. We're all going through lots of different things. So some people will thrive on achieving this number of steps daily, and for some people these metrics will cause a decline in mental and physical health. So this is my advice: just walk. Just walk. Get in however many steps that you can get in. That is the goal. That's my goal. So if that's 5 minutes, if that's 10 minutes, if that's 500 steps, 5,000 steps, you know, if you've been not been very mobile and you're managing to do 200 steps a day, then that's a huge achievement. Okay, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about this number. Okay, so I feel that walking, you should be walking because of the enjoyment of walking. Now, when I go out for my 5-minute walk, which it is 5 minutes sometimes, I just go out because I enjoy walking. So go out, enjoy the walk, enjoy walking in nature, enjoying the scenery, what you're seeing. So maybe you're living in an area where you've got this fantastic scenery. So go out there and enjoy it. Now, enjoy the cool brisk wind on your face, especially if you're in the UK, because we get a lot of cool brisk winds over here. Okay, enjoy the time that you get to spend with yourself. So maybe for me, I love listening to music while I go out on my walk. I love listening to podcasts while I go out on my walk. So enjoy that time. Okay, enjoy walking. So enjoy walking. Go out and walk because of the enjoyment of it. Don't go out and walk because you're trying to achieve this metric. Just enjoy what it's doing for your mind and what it's doing for your body. Okay, so I will finish it up there. Okay, so hope you have a lovely walk whatever you decide to do. If that's 5 steps, if that's 10,000 steps, go and enjoy your walk. And I'm about to go and do my walk now. So I just want to say have a wonderful day, and I will be back on here very, very soon. You take care. Bye-bye for now.